Hey, this is Daryl at Good Attitude Services 10-foot truck. And another nice day today. Just out gardening, planting some vegetables in the garden. Today I didn't drive. I'm switching my insurance on my truck. I'm getting a different policy. Anyway, this weekend I had quite a few calls for some deliveries and moving labor, but fortunately it didn't work out. One of the calls, I waited because they had said at a specific time I was going to be meeting them at the store, picking up, supplies, and then delivering it somewhere in the afternoon. And it sounded to me like they had confirmed, saying, this is the time. Hopefully we can meet maybe a little bit earlier. Let me contact the guy's going to meet you out there, and I'll get back to you. Of course, I was going to go out on food delivery, but I just said, I'm going to wait because I much prefer going out on the truck. So I waited, nothing. Never canceled and call. So I just chalked it up as a wasted day, pretty much. Wasted that time. Could have been doing other things, but it was a learning experience because I'm thinking I've had that happen a couple times, and I think I'm just going to start making an email or a text message that's confirming the time, and if this time isn't working, please notify me within give them like 2 or 3 hours. I'd say maybe a few hours at least prior to that confirmed time, if it's going to be changed or if you're going to have to cancel or do it to another, maybe do it on another day. Because what happened is today they called me or they contacted me, text messaged me that that they were sorry about not contacting me last night, but they're still going to need the delivery. But I already had other plans. I had a lot of stuff I had to do today, and my back wasn't doing too well because I've been doing shoveling, and that's tough on the lower back. So I just wasn't in condition. I've had problems with my sciatic nerve on this side, on my right side of my the lower back. I don't know if anyone's ever had that, but it gets pretty painful sometimes. But it's gone away, but sometimes if I do too much, especially using the shovel digging out here in the yard, it causes issues. And then I did some heavy lifting, so I had to take a break. There's no way I was going to be able to go and lift heavy stuff downstairs, and I got to give my back a break, and so I don't think I'm going to work. So I'm going to let my back kind of recover. And I got a job, repeat customer on Friday, real nice guy. So I'm looking forward because he was really nice. The job went really fast. So I'm looking forward to that. And then hopefully this weekend I'll be in better condition to to get back in the game. Got to do a dump run and then get some more ads up there. So the summer is officially here. That's the what's today, the 22nd, or is it the 21st? I guess, is it today the 20? I didn't check. If it is the 21st, that's a summer solstice, so officially summer is in. So summer is when the moving industry, the delivery industry, garage sales, storage clean outs, storage removals, junk removal, of course. All these things are at their best, at their peak in the summer. Throughout the summer, I've noticed it's like it's always been the moving season. So moving always comes along junk removal and deliveries, and people are on the move. People are getting things. The weather's nice. People are ready to change things up in their yard. Get like, I know a lot of times in the summer I get a lot of calls for landscape supplies. I've delivered like trees. I remember one time I filled this whole truck up with trees and delivered it to a house that was doing landscaping. Mulch, that's another one. You get a lot of jobs delivering bags of mulch, bags of rock, bags of cement. I've done bricks. Now bricks are hard. I made a big mistake when I transported some bricks, and I put all the everything like the landscaping stuff, and I was because moving bricks in this truck, it's not like I had to stack them, and I was getting too tired, and I want to stack them up front, so I stacked them. I put all the light stuff up front, which is a big mistake, and stacked the bricks all on the wheel well, and that not a good idea. I blew a tire out because all the weight, and it wasn't the truck wasn't steering properly. I'll never do that again. You always want to put the heaviest items, get them balanced out, so we're not on the wheels, not on the axle, because that's just bad news. So yeah, I delivered bricks. Like I said, bags of sand, whatever people want. That's another option in the summer. Construction materials, lumber, because people are building sheds. They're roofing material. Anything that's going to be home improvement is going to be increased in the summertime. So if you don't have a junk job or moving or delivery, you can always pick up those type of jobs early on in the summer. It was when people are getting those plants and starting to do their landscaping. So that's an option there. And if you have a dump truck, you could do gravel. I've done gravel before in my pickup truck, but man, I put too much of it in it, and it was a medium-sized truck. It almost busted the springs. So you don't want to put too much. Make sure you got, because that stuff can be really heavy. Because I did a removal. I did a bunch of junk removals for my brother's property. What he was renovating his property, and I made a mistake of taking, because we had jackhammered the whole patio, and we had all these chunks of concrete, and I thought, I'll just throw it in the truck and just go take it to the dump. Well, they don't. Unfortunately, the transfer station there, you have to dump the stuff off this. You're on the back up to this ridge, and then you got to drop it down into this where the trucks are down below. And they're like, "Nah, you can't do that because those rocks they're so heavy they'll just go right through the truck." The only time that works is when it's just one of those dumps or transfer stations where you just dump it out the back. But I don't think I'll ever do a concrete patio, chunks of concrete removals. Those are brutal. I did a tree last summer. I did some tree trimming, and I didn't do the trimming, but I went and removed all the limbs and stuff from a tree trimming, pretty big tree too. And I stuffed this truck solid. And of course the green waste or plant waste, tree waste is cheaper, but it's so much harder to unload on these type of trucks. If you have a dump truck, it's easy, just dump it. The boxes, you got to grab those branches, and they're stuck together, and you're like, that's a workout. So I worked out. That was a tough job. So, but I might do another one, because a lot of people later on in the during this time, the season, they'll start doing that kind of yard work. So that's yard waste removal, that kind of thing is also on the increase. So hopefully there's a lot more work this summer than last summer. So far I'm already getting repeat customers. I've had I've had three, so 2 or 3 already so far, repeat customers already. So that you'll get that too. Also, there's a lot of people right now. I mean, as bad as things are getting with inflation, there still is a real estate thing going on. There's still a lot of people buying and moving into houses, buying houses, condominiums, moving into different cities. So that's an option right there. A lot of those people need, furniture. They need things for their house. And then maybe if they're moving into a house that had been previous owners, they may want stuff removed, taken away. So, and then all the apartments too. So yeah, this week it's supposed to warm up into the 80s, and it hasn't been. It hasn't been 80 degrees since last time I remember being 80 was all the way back in early September. Oh no, I mean October. I think I might have one day. So November, December, January. Yeah, it's been a while. We've had a fairly cold winter and a cool spring, and now the summer is starting to get back to normal. I hear a lot of places in the country are really, really super hot. That sucks when you're working outside. It's that hot, like in Texas. I've heard that's really hot. Places like that. But here, we haven't reached that heat yet. It's just like 70 degrees, tomorrow 75, and maybe it'll reach 80. Maybe on the weekend it might get to 88. And then as far as getting into the 90s and over that probably won't be until mid to late July. So those are tough. And I remember doing a moving labor job, and it was like, I think it was over 100 degrees outside, but in the truck inside, it was a bigger, it wasn't my truck, it was an ABF trailer. We were unloading the full, this full 30-foot ABFs, U-Pack trailers, and it was like, it had to be like 105 or 108 or something. I mean, it was brutal. It just I was just soaked in sweat. I had to constantly hydrate and pour water on me and take a break. It was, I don't know how guys do full. I mean, I've done full moves when I was younger. When I was in my mid 20s, I drove a tractor trailer for a moving company across country, and I did remember doing. And it was in the summertime, so I did some hot move. Places are really hot. I never did a moving. The one move I never forgot was in Miami, Florida, in in August. And it was like right before, it was a hurricane going on during that time too. But we had to get out of there. But it didn't. We got the moving job done, and then the weather started coming in. But it was just hot and humid, and trying to lift. We had to move a piano up like 3 flights of stairs. It was like, I couldn't do that now. I never got a chance to move. And I did a move one time, and did a labor moving job, or a person rented the truck, and I did the labor. And I had just happened to be in Las Vegas. I was there for a while, so I was just getting some work through Craigslist, and I did one there, and it had to be like 112, 110 or something. And I was thinking to myself, how do these guys do this every day in like Phoenix and in Vegas, or like Tucson and places like that? They're just I'm cooking heat. Even I did do jobs in the East Coast in New York, upstate, and where it was really humid. And I think the most humid experience I had was in Houston, Texas, and my air conditioning broke in the truck, and I had to sleep in the sleeper berth with no air conditioning in Houston in the middle of summer. I thought, this is it, I'm done. I mean, it was awful experience. So that was bad. And then Midwest, and it's very humid up there in Pennsylvania and all that. So, and that was in the summer. So where I'm at here is fairly mild, So I like that, because I can go out. You can go out and work in the summer. It's drier heat. It's not a lot of humidity. It's just hot, but it's not like sweltering like Florida or Texas, Houston. But not as hot as like Vegas or Phoenix. Those places are roasting. I don't know if you can survive in the summer doing that. I mean, you have to be pretty sturdy to be out loading furniture at 110 in the blistering sun in the desert. So yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. So I feel pretty fortunate out here. The weather's not that bad. Anyway, rambling about the weather, because the weather's changing. So I hope it's all everything out there for all the movers and shakers is going well, regardless of the economic situation. I think the summer is going to be. I think it's going to be pretty okay. I don't know if all this inflation stuff's really going to, like gas, really going to go up. I mean, it's already high, but I've heard it might going to go up higher. I have a feeling that it might just we might be able to work this summer and get, stack some bread before, when it's really going to might be an issue is as it goes on into the fall, into the winter. Those may be tough times. So that's the goal for me this summer, is to stack bread. You know, get tools, buy get the whatever needs to be done with the truck, maintenance wise, and then get things paid off, credit card or whatever paid off, get things cleaned out. And I got the garden for some extra food. You know, we're gonna do some potatoes where I'm gonna in the wintertime what I'm gonna do is gonna take the potatoes. We got a lot of potatoes, and cure them in the truck when I'm not using it during that time. I was cure them for like 5 days, and then have some potatoes, and then we got melons. Probably freeze some of that for some melon juice, peas and things. Some stuff you can dry. Hopefully get some watermelons. Those are good for the summertime if they grow. I've never grown them here, but they might grow. And then you know, stocking up on dry goods and that kind of thing. So as the prices go up, because sometimes the prices just seem like they're at a certain level right now, but you know, they may, you know, in a month or two it may go up a little higher as this, you know, supply shortage. So that's another thing to do too, stacking bread, and then having extra food in case prices go up higher, where you're not paying that inflationary price. Just like gas. Yesterday gas got a little bit lower, a couple cents lower. I should have filled the tank up, but I didn't have any money. So next time I go out, I'll probably make sure I put gas, fill this truck up with gas, because the next week it could be 50 cents higher. And so always have the gas in your cars, and so forth. Anyway, it's Good Attitude Services, 10-foot truck, signing out. Have a great week, or is it weekend? No, it's not a week. It's only Wednesday. Have a great week. Talk to you later.